So let's dig in a little bit about the listing. So again, Andrew, you just listed your product, it got through the review. Like when you guys were approaching, what words do I need to put in there? You uniquely get to use your own service for your own reviews as it pertains to marketplace. But, you know, what's important there? Like if I'm trying to get the SEOs to pick this up or the agents to pick this up, what are you seeing? Like what's that best practices that you're seeing? And we can probably all contribute to the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. So first off, what we're seeing is the LLMs are picking up those first party. So the AWS customer reviews, not a
Yeah.
third party review today. That may change. AI, everything changes within a second, right? It's so
Yeah.
exciting. The tools that I'm using today that I wasn't using just 2 weeks ago. Um, so what we tell folks is, the easiest thing to do is when you go to your own listing and you can play with this, you click leave a review. That's the same thing that you could have your customers do. And so we all have our favorite customers, our customers that like us that we've worked with maybe for a long time. Those might be your low hanging fruit. Just to ask, hey, could you go leave us a review? I in fact did it already today, and is a very easy best practice. Now it's not scalable. It's not where you're going to get tens of reviews or hundreds of reviews, but just to go from 0 to 1 or 0 to 2, that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're not having let's see, you want to make sure your sod is planted in your front lawn when you want to make sure you have good curb appeal. Don't just leave a pile of dirt. And right now, ours is it's empty. We have absolutely zero review. It says be the first to review this product. We've partnered with PeerSpot to garner customer feedback, etc. So first, I always just say, just ask a couple of your customers to leave a review. That way, you have something. And then over time, once you get 5 reviews, PeerSpot also provides a buyer guide for your listing as well. And so every product listed within the marketplace with 5 or more reviews will have a buyer guide that is updated monthly and it's all based on reviews and buyer feedback. And then the other piece that those reviews will feed into is product comparisons on your page. And like Vinod mentioned, in agent mode. So when a buyer's asking questions, what we've also seen, and this is what I love about the marketplace, things change quickly. Reviews are also being used in the proposal that comes from agent mode. And I think the thinking there is, you want to print this off and take it internally to get the budget. So you want to show your CFO. Your CFO will say, well, have you vetted this? Who have you talked to? And it'll have actual review content and quotes on that proposal for you to show your CFO or whoever leader internally. So that's really exciting as well. But the easiest thing just to start with is get a couple of reviews, build up a little
Yeah.
bit of content. And then from there, yes, of course, like we'd love to work with you. We'd love to help drive more and over time and use that review content throughout sales and marketing. You know, Amazon is wonderful because AWS through the MDF program will fund up to 50% of all PeerSpot programs, whether it's driving reviews or driving lead generation, things like that. But those are reasons to have a conversation and think strategically about what you're trying to do within the marketplace over a year or two, and how do reviews and how do the programs that we may offer play into that and help you grow.
Yeah, I'll give people a bunch of best practices too, which is most don't realize like any other listing or digital billboard, like it should explain your product. You have limitations of words and characters and stuff, but great listings clearly explain the value of the product, maybe some use cases, what it's doing, and you can kind of walk through the product description and product details, but also links out to white papers, links out to videos and demos and stuff like that. You can embed video into your AWS Marketplace listing. Newsflash, behind the scenes, it actually increases your searchability. So just think of it too from AWS wanting to recommend listings to customers or in that AI mode recommending, it's going to have to feed its data off. What do you do? What benefits do you have? What assets do you point to? What reviews and what are customers saying about your product? And there's a couple things I found this a couple times is, Andrew, you first party listings like native to AWS are the most important. They're really hard. I've tried getting my CSM team. Like it's just really hard to do. But the natural next step was like, I can't really get the Gartner stuff connected because it's the firewalled. So like it is what it is. But like I got my G2 reviews or my PeerSpot reviews, I got those in. And then over time, you guys have actually also been able to be treated as first party reviews. You're the first third party to be able to do that. So then it's like, if I'm building my strategy of where do I focus my time or where do I want my reviews to be, I clearly would
Mhm.
want them to be in yours because they're going to get treated at a higher ranking and priority than let's say my G2 reviews. But I can't tell where my customers are going to start leaving messages, but the point is when some buyer comes to my website, and by the way, they do, they get marketing messages from us from Demand Gen. Our sales team is talking to prospects and accounts that they meet at reInvent or in an AWS Summit. I promise you, those buyers are going straight to our marketplace listing, looking at our pricing, looking at our reviews, looking at everything, and just validating okay, the sales team says this great stuff and that, they think they understand our problem, but like, what are other customers saying and what are other buyers saying about, their interactions and their experiences? I mean, truth be told, you as a consumer, I mean, you could be on the web, you could be on Reddit, you could be on like all over the place looking for. And so a thing to keep in mind is remember, your buyers are probably doing 80%, 60%, I forget the exact metrics, but they're doing a ton of research on and about you and your technology before they ever engage with you. And now some companies, they don't even want to engage with you. Some teams don't want to talk to you, don't want to talk to sales. They just want to see your docs and play with your product. But there's going to be others that obviously want to engage in the relationship, understand their use cases, your more sophisticated problems. And so you need a little bit of that engagement. But trust me, they're doing a ton of research on you in all of these public places. So it's just very important for you as an ISV or a software vendor to like curate that experience and think about what you're doing into this. And I've seen a lot of customers that just their website and their marketplace listing don't really match. They don't say the same things. They don't have the greatest assets. When you release new features internally, every quarter, I ask our team to just re-review. In fact, over time, it goes from my team kind of owning it up to like marketing. And so we treat it like our website. So when we release new product features and stuff, we think, does our website or does our marketplace listings capture what our business is doing? If we change pricing on
Exactly.
our website, did we change pricing on our marketplace listing? Like treat this like you would your own website. And I think that's a really important tidbit here. Anything else to
Yep.
add?
And yeah, I'd add that one of the things that I see, and this is where Michael is literally speaking, what I kind of preach to everyone is like, don't treat this as a siloed effort. That marketplace is on the side. I'm not the typically I've seen where folks are not successful is the marketing teams don't look at marketplace as a significant on-ramp. They will focus on their website and leave the marketplace fallow, and that's where we see a problem. And then they're like, why is this not working? It's because you've not kept that up to date. You've not chased those reviews like Andrew mentioned. It's like you gotta, just like you do with your website, make sure you're putting that same intentional effort on your marketplace listing.